I'm Julie Griffith.
And I'm Ian Bowen.
And we're the hosts of a new kind of television series. A television series that is revolutionary, inspiring, enlightening, and entertaining.
It's entitled Mustard Seed, from which beautiful things grow.
Look, we all know bad things are happening out there.
Crime, poverty, abuse. But what we don't hear about, unless it's a 20-second soundbite wedged between politics and sports, are the good things that are happening out there.
And good things are happening out there. Amazing things are happening out there. Countless numbers of people, ordinary people, are doing extraordinary things on a daily basis.
And those are the stories that we're going to share with our in-studio audience and our viewers on every episode of Mustard Seed, from which beautiful things grow.
And we're going to kick off each show by showing snippets of stories taking place across the country and around the globe.
Like Kansas City Chiefs player Jeff Allen's story about a homeless man who helped him dig his car out of the snow so we can make it to the playoffs.
Allen somehow tracked down the Good Samaritan and rewarded him with tickets to the AFC Championship game.
Or we'll meet 9-year-old Shaylin Ryan, who learned the Heimlich maneuver in a safety class and saved her friend's life with it the next day.
And after our opener, we'll move into the real meat of each episode by telling 3 powerful A stories.
Powerful, and as you said, Julie, inspiring, enlightening, and entertaining stories.
We'll set up each segment by going to our field reporter, Kim Olesker, who will interview someone who will soon join us on the set.
A quiet park on a quiet neighborhood street is exactly where Abby Nauman and her friend David grew up. In 2014, David attended a graduation party where he was shot and killed by gun violence. Abby, you grieved. Can you tell the audience what you did after your grief in order to make this change?
Well, losing David motivated me to become an anti-gun violence activist. I formed Abby's Step-by-Step NWI movement, which has enabled me to tell David's story at school and at community events, like at basketball games. My activism work is mostly in Northwest Indiana, but it is slowly reaching all over the state. When I speak, I advocate for universal background checks, including criminal and mental health checks, on any person who is looking to purchase a handgun. I strongly believe that this is one way we can stop tragedies like David's from happening.
An extraordinary woman doing extraordinary things. Back to you, Julie and Ian.
Thanks for that, Kim. And with our studio audience already vested in our first guest through Kim's remote setup, that guest will join us here on the Mustard Seed from which beautiful things grow set.
That's right, Julie. And once that guest arrives, we will go up close and personal with them to find out how they went about doing their extraordinary efforts. And then we'll keep things rolling by cutting back to our field reporter, Kim, who will be doing the setup for our second A story. Then we bring that guest into our studio for a chat.
And next, we'll have a third on-location segment, and afterward, we'll bring that guest into our studio for us to interview.
After we've interviewed all 3 guests, we'll engage in a roundtable discussion about Mustard Seed deeds.
And then we'll move into my personal favorite segment, viewer and audience questions.
Here, our guests will take questions from our in-studio audience and our viewers.
These wide-ranging interviews will light up different aspects of doing good deeds.
Finally, we'll wrap things up with a tease about what viewers can expect to see in next week's episode of Mustard Seed, from which beautiful things grow.
And what they can expect are stories that inspire, enlighten, and entertain.
Stories about ordinary people everywhere doing great good.
At the end of each episode, we believe people will feel better about themselves, about others, and about our world.
And that many of them will go forth themselves and plant their own mustard seeds from which beautiful things grow.
And that's something any television series can be proud to say.